What's happening YouTube? Welcome to the latest video. Today I'm going to be speaking all things injury. So if you're someone who's suffering with an injury at the moment, this is going to give you a bit of positivity and direction of how you're going to get through it in the best way possible. Let's get straight into the video. Yeah! You're a YouTube sensation, my boy. So for those of you who follow me on the Instagrams, if you don't follow me on the Instagrams, you should start doing so. You will see that over the last week, I haven't been training on the legs. So last Saturday, I rolled my ankle coming off some rope climbs, doing some rope climbs, completely sprained my ankle, coming off the crash mat, rolling my ankle over. Thankfully, I haven't gone to have an x-ray, so I suppose, I don't know for sure, but it isn't. But thankfully, it's not broken. Went to see the osteo straight away, who said it's just a pretty bad sprain. Got to obviously just be careful, work through it and be in the best shape possible. Not the most ideal of timings, to be honest. October is a big month of competitions. I've got Wadapalooza qualifiers with another team with another 2 people. I've got strength and depth qualifiers that start on the 12th, which is for a massive competition in January, which I really want to make sure I'm ready for. Then I've got CrossFest, which I now can't do, partly because of the ankle, but also because I'm not going to be here. And then I've got the retreat, which is obviously going to be a massive week. And then I've also got Rainhill, which I'm doing with Jack as a pairs competition. And then I've also got Castle Games in the middle of November. So to be injured right now is probably the worst time of 2022, but it is what it is. We move. Well, we're trying to move. I'm not moving very well. So today I just wanted to kind of go through what I feel is the best way possible to give you a bit of clarity if you are someone right now struggling with an injury, you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you're feeling pretty shit about it, and all in all, it just sucks. You can also apply this in reality if you not having an injury that is restricting you doing anything, but it's just something that kind of is consistently picking up. It's a niggle, maybe the elbow's a little bit sore, or just something in general that a repetitive strain is potentially there, or you are someone who's bloody snapped their bloody patella, or that would be ruthless. Jeez, Bruno, could you imagine snapping your patella? First thing I want you to do is go see a professional all the time. Like, go and see someone who knows what they're talking about and can give you the honest, right approach, opinion, strategy, rehab plan, answers, everything about it. The longer that you sit on it, the longer that you're not going to have the answers, and the longer that you're actually going to be able to put those answers into place and therefore go through a rehab program and be feeling better. Yes, you could argue go and see an osteo, go and see a physio, go and see someone is potentially expensive, but there's no price that you can put on your health. And that is something I will always do forever, that if I'm paying for something that I know in relation to my health, I kind of disregard it as a cost, if you see what I mean. It's something that is a non-negotiable for me. It costs that much, it's gonna cost that much. And I know you can say, well, what if you don't have the money for it? But you've got to then have those priorities to get back fit as much as possible. It sucks, right? Dealing with an injury is rubbish. You can't push yourself to where you want to. You can't do the things that you want to do. Just yesterday was the first time I was able to go on a dog walk. Like, that's rubbish. So you don't want to be feeling like that for too long. The second point is to stick to the process. The same way that when you're trying to get stronger in the gym, you follow a program, you progressively overload through that program, and you consistently move through the same movements and you build through them and you follow that plan through. You've got to do the same on your mobility protocols, your injury protocols. Rehab is there for a reason. It's there to make you better, okay? If you start, oh, can't be bothered today, or oh, no, I won't bother, or I haven't done my rehab stuff in 4 days, then you can't really be frustrated about not seeing those improvements in reality. And it's the same way that if you're trying to make a change in your life and then you're not doing anything about it, you can't moan, okay? You just saying it. You can't complain if you're not taking action. Number 3 is to stick to your routine as best way possible. What I mean by this is don't fall into shit habits. Don't start going to bed late. Don't start binging Netflix till 2 in the morning. Don't start eating like a bag of spanners. Don't start doing all those things that you know doesn't make you feel good, because again, all that is going to not make you feel more good. That was shocking English, but you know the point I'm trying to make. I.e., if you're still time of day that you're training, if you physically can't get to the gym because of you're literally like, I remember one time, not that long ago, I injured my neck really badly, couldn't really move. So I actually didn't go to the gym, but I still went for dog walks and like in the morning. So I was still getting up, same time of day, I was still getting outside and I was still being active. So there's always something that you can do. If it has to be stripped back as far as just walking, or in my case, I haven't been walking, but I've still been going to the gym. It's been an excuse to do lots of bench press and hammer curls, so could be worse things in the world. But yeah, just having something that you still follow that process. Still, obviously, making sure you go to bed at the same time of day, waking up at the same time of day, going to the gym the same time of day, working, all those things that you usually do. Don't stop doing that because, again, as I said before, all it's going to do is just make you feel shit about yourself. Number 4, if you're trying to lose body fat in this current point in time, put that on hold and don't make that a priority. Make the priority that you need to get back in the best way possible. So don't cut your calories. Don't be thinking, well, I'm not moving as much now, so maybe I should actually eat less because then I'm going to create that still the same deficit. That shouldn't be your priority right now. I personally have been trying to lose body fat for the last 6 weeks. This is like the 7th week. This week I've maintained, I've flatlined, and I've done that on purpose because I've continued to eat the same amount of food, but obviously I'm not moving as much, so I'm not burning as much calories through the day. But my priority is to get my ankle sorted. My priority is to be able to go into the gym and do everything that I want to do. My priority right now is not to lose body fat, and it shouldn't be. Why all of a sudden, like, focus on that injury, focus on getting that back to where it needs to be. Then you can focus back on losing body fat or building muscle wherever you are. But if you're trying to lose body fat, put it on hold. Don't cut your calories. At the end of the day, your body needs the nutrients. It needs like the food to be able to then replenish that affected area. Obviously, if you're fit and healthy beforehand, that's going to help massively when you go into an injury place, because your body's going to be something that is used to recovery, is used to creating nutrients. It's going to be stronger in reality. My ankle, and I can probably say this a bit big-headedly, but my ankle probably would have snapped off if I was a 6-year-old woman who had never trained in her life. But also, why would a 60-year-old woman who had never trained in life be coming off a rope climb? But you see the point I'm trying to make. Number 5, flipping sleep. God damn it.
What's up? God damn it.
Just make sure you're sleeping. Don't, again, as I said before, don't be watching Netflix till God knows what time in the morning, but just really make sleep priority. Make sure you're recovering well. You're doing lots of things that are going to help you sleep in the best way possible. Having a caffeine cutoff, sticking to your routine, trying to read at night or having a bath, something that winds you down. Making sure the room's nice, a cool temperature so that obviously you're not sweating your back out in the middle of the night. Just something obviously to make sure that you can sleep in the most optimal way possible. Number 6, and the last point I want to make, is patience. And that is probably the hardest thing I can say to you. But again, it's going to be the thing that pays off massively and gives you a lot of return on your investment. The more patient you are, the more likely you are going to return in the best way possible. If you start trying to push too soon or trying to do things that your body can't do, or it's not feeling nice, that's your body's way of telling you to stop. If it's painful, don't be doing it. And it's very easy to kind of be like, oh, it doesn't hurt too much, so I'll just push through. But there's definite levels to that, right? There's a big difference between training with muscle soreness and training with joint soreness, like joint pain, muscle pain, you know what I mean? So just making sure you're listening to your body, listening to the feedback, and making sure you're patient in your approach. As I said before, I've been doing a lot of upper body this week, been all right, yeah. I want to be able to do some cleans and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I've got to take the back step. I've got to probably look at it from the rest of my body's having a good rest. So that's obviously a powerful thing that can help me in my training anyway, but it's just those kind of things that is going to pay off ultimately down the line. It's a short-term loss for a long-term gain. One of them as well, if you come back too quick, in reality, all that's going to mean is that in future, that is an injury that is more than likely going to sneak up on you again. Team, the most important thing you can do when you're injured is to stay positive. And it's not flipping easy. It's difficult, right? Because you're injured, you feel crap, and you're frustrated, and you've been smashing it before, and then it's like someone just slaps you across the slap of the face, and then you can't do anything about it. But you've got to always look at things in the best way possible. You've got to always look at things with a positive mental attitude. The way I looked at it, it was, could have been broken, I could have torn all the ligaments, I could be out for 6 months, I could be needing surgery, I could be needing this. By looking at it in that way, and then looking at it in the way that, okay, hopefully it will just be a few weeks, a month, maybe 5 weeks, I'm not entirely sure, I'm only a week in, but by looking at it in that way, then it's going to create a far more positive feeling towards it. If I feel like, oh, you know, why is it always me? Why does it have to be my ankle? Why is it this time? I've got all these competitions coming up. You're just going to feel shit about it. You've got to look at it in the best way possible. As I said, one comp I now can't do, but it is what it is. Like, I can't do anything about it. The only thing I can do about it is to make sure that I do everything possible to get this ankle into the best shape it can be, so that I can be fit and healthy as soon as possible. If I dwell, if I feel pissed off, if I feel victimized, then it's not going to do anyone any favors, let alone me. It's definitely not going to do Sarah any favors. And poor little Bruno probably doesn't have a Scooby-Doo what I'm saying, so it won't really make a difference in his life, but you never know. I hope you can take a lot away from this video. If you do like this video, if it has given you a bit of value, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling great about your injury and you're ready to go and do some banded rehab exercises, then yeah, go do them. But hopefully, if you're new here to this channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. New videos every single week, and trying to be as much value-based as possible. I hope you're enjoying the videos at the moment. Obviously, I had a big break from YouTube, and again, I do apologize for that. I made excuses at the first video, but I don't have excuses. It's just not good enough, Alex. But I hope you're enjoying them. Obviously, there's lots more to come. There's so many ideas that I have, having had so long off. We've got the Urban Fitness Retreat coming up in like a couple weeks, which is going to be sick. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me. I think I've vlogged for the very first one, but I'm actually going to be filming some stuff. So stay tuned for that video, because that's going to be pretty cool. And you're going to see people getting flogged on a beach. That's my job, baby. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you very, very soon. Alex, out.